Okay. Do you guys, if you want, would you go to Psalms chapter 136, and then you go down to verse 6. That's a good song. I love that song. All right. So Psalm 136, verses 6 through 9. I'm going to read the King James Version, but it says, "To him that stretched out the earth above the waters, for his mercy endures forever. To him that made great lights, for his mercy endures forever. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endures forever. And the moon and stars to rule by night, for his mercy endures forever." I read that like 5 days ago, and it really just jumped out at me. And could you imagine the sun trying to rule the night? What would happen? You would be able to sleep. There'd be no night, right? And if the moon, vice versa, tried to rule the day, what would happen today? It'd be no day. Amen? But if you read it, it says, for his mercy, it's by his mercy and grace and love that those two things have their job, have their purpose. Amen? When I first got into like real leadership, I was praying to God for a good job, and I became a leader in a community center. And when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to lead, and I wanted to own my own community center, but I ended up being a leader. First, I was an assistant manager, and then I got promoted and whatnot. But when I got into that place, I had a choice between two jobs, and it's only by hindsight that I know I made the wrong decision. But I had purposed in my heart as a child that I wanted to own a community center. So I took the job that had to do with being in a community center. The other job had to do with working in a school. And I know now I should have took that job. And when I got there, I was ministering to kids and adults and people that were like me, who grew up in like the projects and the ghetto and like no money, and there was fights. It was bad, right? But I felt like the sun trying to rule the night when I was in that place. My intention was very good. I was like, there's more to life. There's more than the ghetto. There's more than what you see around you. You can leave this place. You can be better. You can get good money. That was my heart for the kids and the people that were there. But it was so hard. They would not receive me because I wasn't meant to be there. I wasn't meant to minister to those people. I was outside of my purpose. Do you get that? I was like the sun trying to rule the night. Amen? And there's nothing wrong with the moon, even though it rules the night. That's its purpose. It's supposed to be there, and there's a grace for it. Amen? So I just wanted to give that to you. There's a mercy and a grace on you to be purposeful where you're supposed to be. Amen? And don't get me wrong, I grew a lot. While I was in that place, I learned a lot about leadership. I learned a lot about perseverance and what it meant for like people to not like you, for you to love them with your whole heart. So it was good in that sense, but I knew I wasn't supposed to be there. So that was just my golden nugget to you. There's a mercy and grace on all of you for what God has for you, and it's powerful and it's awesome when you find that, and he'll give it to you. He'll let you know. You just ask him for it. Amen? And you'll be a blessing to wherever you go when you're in his will. Amen? Amen. All right, now Zach's coming up. I don't have the same introduction, but he's a blessing too. And if you want to give, there's a blessing in giving. Go ahead and take the time to do that. Amen? All right, thanks.